Hey, everybody. Welcome to our Thursday night call. It's May the 3rd, and we are so excited because the first Thursday of the month, we celebrate rank advancements. And a rank advancement in Optavia is just a measure of the number of people that you're serving. So it's really cool that we had so many rank ups this month. We had probably double the number of new coaches that we normally have this month, and we had probably double the number of rank ups that we normally have. Now, don't tell anybody. April's a slow month. Y'all just didn't know that. And so it's so cool to see. So it's just crazy. But thank you guys for being on the call tonight and being willing to share your story, for all the work you did to get on this call to share your story. And then just the people whose lives you touch and the courage that you guys, we all have in our hearts to make a difference in someone's life. So I'm going to turn it over to Dee Corchin because your team is like rocking and rolling and keeping going. So Dee, will you please introduce us first to your new regionals, who will introduce you to the new executive directors?
Absolutely. So yeah, thank you. And congratulations to everybody. This is so exciting. The momentum and all the people that are being helped as a result of you guys for what you're doing and putting yourself out there. So first, want to recognize Meg Johnson. Meg reached the rank of, she's actually integrated regional director because she's got at least five senior coaches, one of which is a new executive director. So Meg, we'd love to hear a little bit about you and your journey, although it's so nice we get to see you a lot on this call and recognize you. And then also, I'm not sure if Elena's on yet, but if you could then recognize your rank ups as well.
Absolutely. Well, hey guys, I'm really excited to introduce two awesome coaches to y'all, and I'm excited this month to go regional. I mean, after Go Global, I could really get a picture for what is possible with Optavia, and so it got me all fired up about the future, and just really thankful for all of you and this awesome community that we have where we're all supporting each other and forward. So that's really exciting. So Elena, I don't see Elena on the call. Elena, are you there? Can you say something if you are? Yes.
Maybe she is. Hold on. Oh no. She's 606 number.
She usually puts her picture up if she's there, so I don't think she is.
Yep. I'm 606. This is Shauna.
Oh, hey, okay.
Hey, Shauna. So, Elena, if Elena comes on, we'll introduce her. She's a new executive director, and we're excited about her. But I am so excited for y'all to see Courtney Colcord and recognize her for making director. And Courtney's story, just, man, it fires me up because Courtney knows what she wants, and she gets after it. And she shows up on these calls week after week, and on our team calls. I mean, she always shows up and pours out her heart. And she sent me her map today, and I'm so excited about where she's going. So, Courtney, would you mind sharing with us just a little bit about your story and what you're excited about?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm really excited to get a little momentum and get things going. I feel like the biggest difference this month, some people kind of came out of the work I wasn't expecting, which was awesome. But also, is it spotting for you all? Is that just, do you hear that? Nope. Okay. Sorry, Susan, I can't hear you. Oh.
Yeah, I was meeting some people.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, so I feel like the biggest difference this month was actually doing my map and really seeing what was possible, and working towards that instead of just this sort of abstract idea of, oh, I should probably do more stuff. It was written on paper, and I saw something that I thought was attainable, and so I could go for it. So which encouraged me to do it again this month and say, okay, well, if I could do that, well, then what else can I do? So yeah, I feel like the setting up calls with Meg, like really making sure that we're checking in each week from a business perspective, and then being accountable to that map and being present on social media were like a couple goals that I had for this month. So yeah.
Wow. So both you and Meg can talk about this. You both have y'all have young children. And Courtney, you have a
So
lot.
many. Yeah, lots.
And you have, 4, right? And then Meg, you have 2 small children. And so obviously, and y'all have grown pretty fast. So how do you, I'm going to ask both of y'all to share, how you keep it rolling and in perspective. I know it gets messy,
Sure.
but what motivates you to keep going versus throw up your hands and say, forget this? Courtney,
Go ahead,
you
Ben.
first.
Okay. That's a great question, because last month, Dee and I were talking about this. I really was struggling with the feeling like I really wasn't present anywhere. So for me, time management and kind of chunking off time where I could sprint doing Optavia stuff, and then other time I was just only present with my family. So I felt like I started doing other things better. So instead of always being on the phone every morning and just kind of spreading things out, I became a lot more intentional by blocking my time. And then really feeling like whatever I was doing, I could devote all of my attention to it. And then I got a lot better in that moment, instead of just being like 20% good all the time. I felt like I was 100 here and then 100 there. So
that's great. That's great for all of us to remember. I love that.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Thank you, Courtney.
Yeah.
And real excited for you. Meg, will you jump back on too? And for you, in terms of, because you've been growing pretty steadily too, and it's a lot. I mean, not only do you have a big client list, you've also got coaches that you're supporting. And tell us something that keeps you focused.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I had all the answers, but if I'm being completely honest, I am just trying to figure it out. So every month, I think I get better, and there are some things that I'm doing well, and then there are some things that I'm not doing well. So I'm trying to stop doing the things that I'm not doing well, like full disclosure, like boundaries are something that I struggle with. And so I think, for long-term stability, that's going to be an important thing for me to get better at. So time blocking, like Courtney was talking about, is something I'm working really hard. I've got a lot of clients that like to talk at night, and, as a young mom, that's not always ideal for me. So trying to figure out, okay, what nights am I willing to work? When can I serve my clients and my coaches well, instead of just deciding I'm always going to be on and always going to be available, but really trying to be strategic has made a big difference in just the place that I'm serving, and feeling like, I can serve people well because I'm from a place that has a full cup. I think another thing that's been really important for me is to make sure that I'm exercising to alleviate the pressure and the stress of it all. And then, to like full disclosure, about in February of this year, I needed to get some help around the house a couple of days a week to help me with the kiddos. And that was really helpful. So I'm just figuring it out just like everybody else. I wish I had all the answers, but I don't.
No, that's really good. I love that. Sometimes it's hard for us to even ask, or, it is hard for us to ask. We kind of think we, should be able to do everything. And if this business works for us, it kind of has a life of its own, and it grows a little bit, maybe, before we're ready. So I love what both of y'all have done to, put some intentionality into it, put some structure into it, because we all know, what makes our physical program so good is the structure and the support, so that y'all have created that structure and reaching your support in your business is really huge. So y'all have just modeled to us a lot of stuff. So thank you. All right. Do you have anybody else?
I'm looking for Elena. I don't see her. So I think we're good.
Okay, we'll get her. I think Saturday she said she was going to be here. But anyway, so you want to move on? Dee, you want to move on to Zena?
Yeah, absolutely. So next up, also regional director this month is Zena Friedman. Very excited to introduce her, and that means that Zena also has a new senior coach on her team, coaches. So Zena, we'd love to just hear a little bit about your growth. You also went to Go Global, and then if you could introduce Lori and Carol for us. Oh, you're muted, Zena.
There you go. So thank you. It's very exciting, and it's so exciting to be here. And like I was thinking about what has created my success. And it's just so simple because I'm absolutely in love with Optavia. You know, I always heard if you find something that you love, it's not work. And I've loved every part of my Optavia journey. It's just completely changed my life, from my weight loss to my transitioning to my maintenance to becoming a coach to then having coaches and that and seeing them change and transform other people's lives. It's just like, it's amazing. Going to Go Global was mind-blowing because I really got to see now what my company that I represent is all about. I mean, they are, talk about rock stars. This company, it's all about transforming lives. And so, you know, I think that's what really gets me. That's what makes me go every day, because I know that I'm everything I'm talking about, everything I'm about is about Optavia that I believe so much about. So, you know, it's just, it's an amazing company, and I am just so proud to be a part of it.
That's so cool, Zena, because the more I remember, I felt the same way. Dee, when she went to her first event, she felt the same way. And, you know, I'm 9 years later, she's 8 years later, 7 years later, and you still feel the same way. So I'm really excited for you.
Thank you.
Growing. So would you introduce us? You have Lori, rock star.
Yeah. I'm like beyond blessed to have Lori and Carol on my team. You know, these are, when they say pick the people you want to work with, these were handpicked. You know, I know these women have the biggest hearts. They're out there to, you know, just able to transform everybody's life. And, you know, their desire to learn and grow is just, they keep moving. And that's how come they're at where they are so fast. You know, so I'm really proud of them. They're going for it, and they're changing so many lives in all different ways. So, Lori, go for it.
Thank you. So Zena made it really easy. She's a great influence since day one. I mean, I know Zena, I don't know, I hate to say at least 40 years. And she was a great inspiration. So she made it really easy. We saw what she was doing. We were really impressed. And we eventually jumped on board. Took us a little time. Though the program is awesome. We at Like Zena, we really believe in it. It works. It's been great being a coach and sharing that, because a lot of our clients are friends, and to see them start to have the same feeling that we have, that it works, that it's easy, that it's fabulous, has made it better for us. We love the program. So it's pretty easy to share, in my opinion. I love doing the videos on Facebook. I must admit, it allows my ham part to come out. I love it. I'm definitely not too shy, so it works great for me. And my best deal is that I have a wife who's on board, who helps and does so many different things, all my follow-up stuff that I'm not great at. And so she's a fabulous partner and inspiration. So there's Carol on Lori's iPad. Go ahead.
Awesome. Well, thank you. You know, y'all said so many great things, but what y'all both said, here are the ingredients necessary to be a coach. Heart, love to learn, love to grow, have support, seek support. And seriously, it doesn't mean that how many of us, everybody can do that if you have a heart to serve. You know, you don't have to have all the skills, all the answers, but having that heart. And thank you so much, Zena. Thank you so much, Lori.
And I just want to say one other thing real quick. The support system here is awesome.
I know, right?
I mean, it is really great. Dee, you can just about call her anytime or text her, and she gets back to you. And Zena, It's been great. And the people, on Facebook and all of that. So the support system is a huge help.
Second to none, and thanks for utilizing it, because we like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fun. It's fun hearing all the team members talking about, they've got their strategy using the map. Courtney and, Meg talking about, working with mentorship, learning to time block. Carol and Lori, Zena, everybody works together and we work it out and move forward. So that is awesome. And speaking of moving forward, Lisa Edwards just continues to grow. And Lisa achieved a new rank of Associate Director this month. So we would love to hear from you, Lisa, about your journey.
Yeah, so it seems like there's been a couple months where I've been like right on the edge. So I'm glad to have ranked up for this month. I'd like to reiterate what Courtney said earlier. This was my first month really utilizing the map and having something real on there and a real strategy, and really my first month too, working with UD once a week to talk through that map and to get help and to move forward. And then I think I started this back in October of last year, being a coach, and I think when we talk about planting seeds along the way, a lot of them are coming to fruition. And it's just amazing that it's like people are watching and you don't know. It's the people that are liking and not liking the unseen people behind your Facebook posts. And so people are coming out that have been talking to for months and just patiently following up with them. And I just feel like it's paying off, and doing the 3x3 and being consistent and posting I think has really been what's brought my success for this month. So hopefully I can keep moving up, and I'm going to be working it again. So we'll see what happens.
That's great, Lisa. Go ahead, Susan.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking we'll see a lot. You just said something, you were intentional, and the consistency and the planting the seeds, and you never know. So thank you for sharing that, because I think that's so important for us to not get discouraged and to keep that consistency. And then you followed a plan.
Follow a plan.
And then, like you say, do a weekly call. I mean, like there's no accidents here. It just is, it's funny how it works if we work it. So
it's amazing.
Who knew, right?
It's like the program, right? Follow it and it works. Yeah.
So yeah, thank you, Lisa. Do you got some for you, Lori?
Yeah, so Lori Cole is on the line. Lori is an executive director on our team, and she has a coach on her team that has ranked up to senior coach. So I'd love for Lori to take that and introduce Shauna for us.
Guys, well, Shauna taught my daughter, who's now 19, when she was only 3. So I've known Shauna a long time, and we've kept up even in the midst of both of us moving across the country. So when I started my program last January, I was telling her about it and talking about it. I was really excited. And then when she kind of jumped in, she saw that how well it worked. So it's been a joy to not only be her coach, but also watch her reach out for her success. So she reached senior coach this month, and we were so excited. But what I love about Shauna is she's not scared to talk about Optavia at TJ Maxx or to the lady at the home where her mom lives. And if someone says, "Oh, I like your earrings," she's like, "Let me tell you why I bought them. I bought them because I've lost this much weight and I'm a health coach." And I just love it. She has attracted so many people by being vocal on Facebook and on social media, and just talking about it, which is so exciting. So I'm just tickled that things are rolling for her, and her attitude is contagious. So I'm so excited to let you hear from her tonight. She's the 606 number.
Hey everyone. Okay, so yes, I'm really excited. couldn't be more blessed to have Lori as my coach and longtime friend. So that just kind of two perks in one there. But I think what helped me maybe this last month was just getting more vocal on Facebook and sharing more on Facebook. And, you know, I find myself having a lot of opportunity if I'm talking to somebody and they say something about, you know, an article of clothing, or the other day it was my earrings, and we just started talking about TJ Maxx, and I said, oh, I've just spent so much time in there lately because I, you know, I've lost so much weight and I depleted my closet of all my clothes. And so then that just kind of, if I can see an opportunity like that, that's easy for me. And usually I'll snag that. But, you know, I just have just tried to be real intentional. I'm real excited about the program because it works and it's honest, and it's the best word I can say. There's nothing sneaky about it. And so I really like that. We're not trying to pull the wool over anybody's eyes and, you know, bring them in that way. And I like that. I like that I can just be honest and upfront, you know, about what I'm doing. So I think that's just kind of what's helped me this last month.
Well,
And then
Shauna,
all the support that I get.
Shauna, I have to say, I'm in, and this is good full disclosure here, because I'm in Dee's, y'all's client and site, and she just let me in, and so I didn't want to like comment, like I'm just kind of watching, but sometimes I get so excited about what y'all post, I'm like writing stuff, I'm like responding, so I apologize if I haven't responded, but like I want to all the time, and sometimes I have to erase my thing because I don't know if it's appropriate for me to respond or not respond, but just know I'm in there. And Shauna, you come up all the time. There is so much support. You support everybody. You're always introducing people. You're always responding to people. So I really, we haven't met personally, but I see your name all the time in that site. So you really contribute, not only, obviously, you know, you and Lori are friends, but it seems like you just are a contributor to the whole group. So thank you.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, that's how
I appreciate that.
So anyway, it's important. And speaking of contributing to the whole group, in Mod Squad, which I hope y'all are all a part of. If you want to be a part of, great. If not, don't worry about it because you've got your own site with these clients and coaches. But where is Laura? Laura keeps adding more people, and Janelle posts this great story. And, you know, you guys have really, a client support site is like a little small, what do you call it, a fire? And it requires just so much little kindling and care and, you know, to get it going. And I have to say, Shauna, you and Janelle have really helped kindle it and get it going. So thank you. So Laura, would you please introduce your new senior coach?
Yeah, for sure. All right. So I am actually getting to introduce Janelle Chislicki. I have known Janelle, oh my goodness, for a very long time. I used to teach her sweet daughter ballet. And so anyways, we've been friends and acquaintances, and then now health coaches together. But Janelle is amazing. Janelle has been a coach for a few months, but Janelle is just intentional. So Janelle, if you're listening to me, she's just intentional in everything she does, and authentic, and everything that she wants to do as a health coach is driven by a desire to help people. And when I push her, she always checks in with the Lord, and I love that about her. So she always goes back to that and then seeks to kind of discover how she can reach into people's lives and touch them. So her place has been starting with her family. And so that's been kind of interesting to watch. So Janelle, I'll let you take it from here.
Janelle, where are you?
Janelle, what's your phone numbers? Let's see.
Here.
It is.
I don't see.
Yep, she's on. It's 616-914 number, if you can see that. Unless she's on someone else's phone. She's probably hearing me. I know she's on because she talked to me.
Yep, I saw her earlier, but I don't see her on. She might have gotten kicked off. Do you want to text her real quick? We'll hang
I will now. I'm saying, what's trying to find you?
Not see her. Will you text her and see if she can log back on?
I will do that as I speak.
What?
I'm doing it as we speak.
Oh, perfect. So guys, Saturday morning training. Did everyone watch last week or listen to playback? That was really good. So I really highly recommend training, and it's so cool we have so many new coaches.
Yeah, good.
It was good.
It was really good. Yes.
We're
I'm not
very-
hearing from her, so I don't know if she got kicked out. Not sure. She was just on, so it's possible that maybe she got booted off because I know she would be responding to me if she heard this.
Yeah,
So.
she was on, and I saw her earlier, and I just don't
Okay.
see her now.
Yeah.
Shoot. Shoot is right.
Shoot is right.
Listen, we
Another
have
time.
we have 3 more minutes, so brag on her a little bit more, and let's brag on you too. So, what do you want to brag about?
I don't want to brag. You know, I think that it's just been, I think I love about health coaching is the community. And I do think that going to Go Global was definitely a reality check and kind of, I don't know, I love everything revolving around living above the line. And I think that's just in everything. What I try to keep going back to is just always checking in with myself. And sometimes I'm finding that living above the line isn't necessarily the outward stuff. It's the inside my head stuff, and just constantly being in check with what's going through my mind. Because I do know that when I keep in check in my mind, I know that then what is coming out of me is more authentic. I've had some people respond to my Facebook posts and then just say, hey, we just thank you for being honest. And it's not even necessarily about health stuff. And I just think that's because of the living above the line thing, just kind of really keeping in mind my own thoughts, which can be my biggest enemy. So that, I don't know where that fits in this call, but that's my thought.
Hey, you know what? That was perfect. I don't think you could pick a more perfect thing to say. For those of you that are new, or for those who are watching the playback that are new, living above the line is one of our habits of transformational leadership. Just as our clients transform their physical health, we transform, ourselves to grow into a leadership as we're taking this role, helping other people transform. So living above the line is, we're, above the line is hope and abundance, acceptance, and results, action, choice. Living below the line, we go to blame, we go to stuckness, we go to fear, we go to victim, we go to failure, we go to excuses, judgment. It's all we see is problems. And when we, Dr. A teaches us, if we look down at all the problems, because we've all got them, we lose sight of our vision. And living above the line, even if we just look up, when we look up to what we want to create, the creative process, then we and these higher levels of being and thinking, then we lose sight of our problems. And if we look down, we lose sight of our vision. So I love, living above the line is taking responsibility for, beautifully said, Laura, for your internal way of being.
Yeah. And I think just to finish I had a word picture because when I went home from Go Global, the plane ride was so gorgeous. You go through the clouds, and it was very turbulent because, of course, in Michigan, it was an ice storm. So we were flying through these miserable clouds, and we got above it, and it was absolutely stunning. And it was such a word picture, such a picture for me of, sometimes living above the line. In order to get to living above the line, I got to go through these really nasty clouds. And so I think that living above the line isn't about arriving. It's really about getting above the line, and then I find myself all of a sudden being confronted with another thing that I have to live above the line on. And I'm finding that the more open I am about that, I think people are drawn to that, because the reality is we all are in the same bucket. We all are trying to be people who live above the line, and it's not easy. So, yeah.
Well said. What a perfect way to end this call tonight. Just so well said. And you're right. And we never, stay above the line, but the key is catching ourselves when we go below the line. So I love that vision that you gave us. So thank you, Laura, Laurie, Courtney, Meg, Lisa, Zena, Lori, Shauna. Dee, thanks for all you do with your team, and thanks to Nicole, who is on a mission right now herself. So we're excited to see her. She's transforming minutely. Hi, Nicole there. Yeah, I see you. All right, good night, everybody. Thanks again for all you do.
Night.